Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be smoking a Boston butt, also known as pulled pork, in my Masterbuilt electric smoker using the amazing pellet smoker. Like with any great smoke, the very first thing is preparation. What you have in front of you here is what I usually use whenever I'm going to be doing a Boston butt. I have the meat that I'm going to be smoking. I have some mustard. I have my seasoning that I like to use, Rudy's rub, foil paper, and a bowl to put it in. So the first step is to actually season your Boston butt. What I like to do is I like to apply some mustard as a base. The mustard will not come out in the at the end result whenever you're eating your pulled pork. It's just to allow for your seasonings to adhere a little bit better. Alright, so now that your Boston butt has a nice thin layer of mustard, the next step is to actually apply your seasoning. Alright, so once you got this nice and seasoned, you want to leave this, I would say at least an hour or two, but you can leave it, I usually leave it overnight. So I'm going to wrap this up, put it in the refrigerator. Alright, so I wanted to take you through my setup. First and foremost, make sure you got the drip pan over here. I do have an additional meat temperature probe that I am going to be using, and I'll explain a little bit why. Make sure you have this tray down here. I have a mixture of 50-50 water and apple cider vinegar here. I do put about 8 to 10 ounces of apple cider vinegar in one of these spray bottles. Because I am using the amazing pellet smoker to smoke this Boston butt, the next step here is to actually light your amazing pellet smoker. Anything that you see here, a lot of this stuff I buy through Amazon. So if you want, I have a description in the link below, a link in the description below, where you guys can go and actually buy some of these items so you guys can use at your house. So now the next thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and turn on your smoker here. I am going to put it at 250 for this cook, and then the time I'm just going to leave it at 24 hours. The next thing I'm going to do is I actually inserted the meat probe that comes with the Masterbuilt electric smoker, but I also set up another one, additional one, that is just kind of hanging right about there. The reason I did that is because this is an electric smoker. You never know, the breaker might trip, the power might go out, and the internal temperature of your smoker is going to start to go down. I'm going to have it set up to where if it reaches below a certain temperature, it'll alert me that I know there's something wrong. You want to cook this, I did 250 this time around because of my time restraint, but you want to do anything between 220 and 250 would be the perfect smoking temperature for this Boston butt. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to be monitoring the temperature, the internal temperature of my actual meat. Once it hits 140, 150 more or less, I know I'm done with the actual smoking part of it, and I'm just going to let it run ride all night long. Alright, so one last thing, guys, as far as setup for the actual amazing pellet smoker. You do not want to put this in here, because what this is going to do is it's going to prevent air going in, and when that happens, your amazing pellet smoker is going to stop. It's going to suffocate itself. So whenever you do use your amazing pellet smoker, do not use this. Alright guys, so we're back. We're about 6 hours into smoking this Boston butt. Okay, so that's a good sign. We have some smoke coming out. That tells you that the actual amazing pellet smoker is doing its job even 6 hours into the cook. 6 hours into the cook, starting to get a nice little bark to it. So I want to add to the bark by adding by spritzing. I'm also going to check my amazing pellet smoker, see where we're at here. So we're letting it light up a little bit. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to spritz it. Alright guys, so we're back. My pulled pork has already reached its temperature at 195. So now it's time to pull it out. It is falling apart on me. So the bottom part is where I had the little fat cap that it had. So that's why you see all this gooiness on the bottom. But at this point you have two options. You can do either a foil wrap or you can do a pink butcher paper wrap. It's up to you. If you want to keep more of the bark, you would use the pink butcher paper. If you want to soften up the bark a little bit, you would use a foil. Right, now that you have it wrapped, then the last step here before you're able to cut it up would be to put it in a ice chest for about 2 hours. You want to let it rest. You want to let some of those juices try to get back into the actual meat itself. But after this is when we're going to go ahead and pull it apart. So we'll see you in a little bit. So what you got left is all these nice little nuggets of pulled pork. The next thing would be to literally pull it apart. Now you can use forks. You can use a couple of forks to do this. You can use your hands if you want. I did purchase these little pulled pork. This is specifically meant for stuff like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get pieces of meat at a time and just kind of pull it apart. If you smoke this meat to 195, you shouldn't have any issues. One, that it's cooked, well cooked. It's way above the recommended cooking temp, internal temp. And two, it's gonna be super tender. I mean, I can do this with my hands if I wanted to. I mean, I can do this and it's coming apart. I just like doing that so I don't get my hands all greasy. But now the best part, after pulling some of this pork apart, I gotta, try it. Make sure I'm giving the best possible review on this pork. So here we go. Oh. Wow. That is good, guys. All right. So I'm gonna continue. Oh, damn. Hold on. Well, second opinion is still the same. I'm going to continue pulling this pork apart so that we can go to town on it. But this has been the Smoking Beard. I do have other videos. If you guys are interested, please like and subscribe. Check out my other channels, my other videos in my channel. I have briskets, I have chicken, I have all sorts of things, reviews on items and everything like that. So please like and subscribe and let me know what you guys think about this video in the comments below. But this has been the Smoking Beard. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.